My name is Sunday, aka Prince Sonny. I'm from West Africa, Nigeria.
Okay.
I'm a political activist and also a comedian. Yeah. So actually, I came here 2014, February 3rd, to the New York City as a student, but I fell in love with New York City, so I decided to stay. And so far, so good. Actually, as a political activist back home, it wasn't easy for me, to blend in America. But I decided to go through comedy in order to voice out my messages, to create awareness for the people over here to know what is going on in my country, and all the injustices and the corruption in my government back home. But I discovered that most people I meet with here, they love, like whenever I'm talking, they keep laughing. Whenever I do, whatever I do, they laugh. So to me, I find it very offensive. But to them, they're like, no, you're funny. I'm like, how am I funny? They say the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. So after a few years, I met this guy, my friend called Rob. So he invited me to a comedy show, and I went. And after a while, he was like, oh, I have a special guest of honor here. He would like to entertain you guys, So he gave me 5 minutes, to speak to the audience. So, and after that, people fell in love with me. So I was invited multiple times. And from there, he said, okay, why don't you just take it up? If you could do this, you could take it more professionally. So for me, I see it as an opportunity, to create more awareness, to deliver my message through comedy. And it's been working for me so far. So during this, when COVID-19 started, so everything was shut down. I was unable to, to go to a comedy show anymore. So I decided to go through another platform, which is a TikTok. And I was privileged enough to be, to be accepted in TikTok. And today I have over 60,000 followers who want to hear from me every day. People all over the world sending me messages, Afghanistan, England, Canada, all over the world. So I became a celebrity from, making people happy. Yeah. Well, as a comedian, I love to make people happy. I love to see people smile, especially in this pandemic. A lot of people reached out to me, that I really make them happy. I really put positive energy into their life. And I'm looking forward to see this business as a career, get big. I want to have my own studio. I want to have, go into production, comedy production, and I want to employ many people. I need to give people chance, opportunity to be great. Yeah. Well, through my comedy, professionally, it has impacted people positively in several ways. For example, through the message I've been delivering, I combine my comedy with political voice, because back home where I come from is quite different from here. Back home, we have so many injustices, a lot of corruption in the government, and our political elites are so corrupt. But here is different. So here people don't know. There's no broad information about how our government is being run back home. So for me, I use this comedy as a voice for the voiceless, and it has been helping people a lot. I'm getting a lot of positive report, from people all over the world that, oh, we didn't know such thing existed before. I make people laugh, but at the same time, I put message into it, as part of the content, and it's been working well for me. Being a comedian professionally has changed me a lot. At least today, I've been called from all over the world. People have been, getting close to me, telling me how I've already changed their life through making them laughing or through the laughter I created in their life. So for me, it has really changed. Though it was very tough in the beginning, I wasn't accepted because my communication, it was very, very strange to so many people. But today, a lot of people can really relate with me with my messages, So, and I've been getting a lot of good results from people all over the world, like Afghanistan, England, France, Canada, Africa, Asia. You know, imagine Saudi Arabia. People are texting me, telling me thank you for making me happy. You know, so that is a positive change. Yeah. Well, if I could change something, the only thing I would love to change is, you know, making it easier for upcoming comedians to blend in. It's very, very hard. There's a lot of prejudicing. There's a lot of judgment, you know, racism. All these things, we don't need it. You know, we need to be helpful to each other. You know, you see somebody coming up and they love what they do. We need to support each other, because a tree cannot make a forest. It takes more than one, two, three, you know, trees to make a forest. Nobody's an island. You understand? So if I could change something, it should be this subject: racism, prejudicing. We don't need it. Well, as you can see, a lot of people know me as a comedian, but not all of them know that I have a non-profit organization, which is Sunday Chineke Foundation. I have had this non-profit organization for years. You know, all the money I've been making go through the account that reach out to people back in West Africa and also here in America. So because I'm a humanitarian person and I'm also a selfless person, you know, I think about people first before myself. So I like to help people, you know, hospitalized people, less privileged, homeless people, prisoners. I like to reach out to people, you know. So all this makes me happy. I feel bad when I see somebody not eating or have food 3 square meters to eat while I'm having fun eating, you know, and throwing away. I feel bad all my life. And this I got from my mom. My mom worked for the Catholic charity organization all her life. So all the money she made, she give it back to the society. And that's how I became who I am today. You know, I emulated from my mom. And that's it.